Once you say this is Teddy, I'm saying this is Edie.
Okay.
And that's it. Okay.
Hey Wrestfriends, welcome to another episode of Wrestfriends. My name is Teddy.
And my name is Edie.
And today we're going to be talking about a couple things.
Yeah, we got a lot of things to cover. We know that it's been a week or so since we uploaded a video, and that's just because we've had technical difficulties. But we have done a lot. We went to an Impact show recently and it was our first one, so we're really excited to talk to you guys about that. And there's also a lot that's been going on between AEW and WWE's NXT, so we're gonna talk about that. We're just gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about wrestling today, guys, like we do always. So Teddy, what do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about Impact.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, Impact. What was your favorite thing about it?
Oh man, a lot of things. Number one, I was happy to see Joey Ryan come out.
Insane.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
I had just been telling Sergio, like, I want to see Joey Ryan. I even tweeted Joey Ryan. I'm like, come back to Chicago. I miss you. And so being there, and he came out for the Battle Royale.
Yeah, for the Battle Royale, which was like the first match.
Yes. And I went crazy. It
was really cool because this Battle Royal is something that I had never seen before, where it was men and women, so I was really excited about that. We got Jessica Havoc, we got Kylie Ray, which I was super impressed to see her back. I was really happy. She did really, really well.
She did very good.
Unfortunately, a woman did not win the match.
Yeah. We had Jessica Havoc, Rosemary, Kylie Ray, and Jordan Grace, which was really cool to see all four of them in there.
Yeah, because they really killed it.
They killed it. That was amazing. I already knew a woman wasn't gonna win there, but at the same time, it was still very cool. I love Jessica Havoc. We've seen her for the first time at AEW. So good, so amazing.
My favorite part was Joey Ryan.
Yes, Joey Ryan and him trying to get them to touch his thong. That was
so great. And you know what, the crowd in there is really, really cool. The stadium was not in Chicago, which I was like offended because it wasn't in Chicago.
We had to drive.
It was like an hour away. But other than that, it was really, really cool. And for that to be our first Impact event, I thought
that was amazing. I was impressed.
Yes, I was impressed too, especially with the other highlight of the night, which I thought was the ladder match for the championship, which had Tessa, which had her boyfriend, husband, Daga. Who else was in there? AC Baby, Ace Romero, and Ace Austin, or Austin Ace. What is it? Ace Austin.
Jake Christ. Ace Austin, I think.
Yeah. In that order, whatever. No particular order. But that match was also phenomenal. That had everyone out of their seats. There was a ladder in the crowd. There was crazy jumps, crazy uses of the ladder, and I was really, really impressed.
Yeah, I was too. It was very, very good. For me though, the highlight of the night was Sami Callihan versus Brian Cage. That was my favorite. Huge Sami Callihan fan here. I love him. I was very disappointed that he didn't win. That Sami Callihan didn't win. I was hoping he'd win, and I thought he was gonna win, but no, Brian Cage retained, which is cool, I guess, but I hope that for the Impact premiere next week on AXS that he wins. I'm really hoping he wins. I think he deserves it.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. But I want to give a special shout out to the person who gave us the tickets. So Xavier, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Xavier.
We really appreciate it. We're gonna put his info down below, but he was very, very kind. He wasn't able to go to the event, and he messaged us and said, "Hey guys, I have these tickets. Do you want to go?" And we were like, tears, like, oh my god, thank you for thinking of us. We love you. Yes, we'll take the tickets. Thank you so much. And he's very, very nice. So shout out to you. Thank you so much. We had a great time, and we owe you tacos.
We owe you tacos.
Let's go out for lunch. I'm always hungry. All right, Wrestfriends, moving on to WWE and NXT. So there has been so much that we have not covered so far, like ratings, things that have happened, like people turning heel in the WWE, and also AEW keeps bringing up WWE, which I think is just funny. Like, to me, Chris Jericho cut a promo a while ago when Jake, whatever his last, people were chanting "We the People," And Chris Jericho was like, no, that was a stupid idea from creative, from another company. Da, 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 da. And I thought it was funny. But like, people are always going to chant "We the People." Are they not? I feel like it's just
I think so, because that's what people know.
Yeah. And that's what he did in the UFC. It's not solely for WWE. Like,
but obviously, Chris Jericho as a heel, he's going to bring that up. Last night, on Dynamite, he brought up the fact that MJF wears a scarf, and he's like, who wears a scarf?
Oh my God.
Obviously, it's heel Jericho talking shit, you know? Yeah. So, as much as I can't stand him, he's amazing. He's amazing on the mic as he is in the ring. He is amazing on the mic. So I think that, and you know what? To me, it's valid because he comes from the WWE.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho is one of those wrestlers that made the WWE.
Yeah.
So for him to bring that up, who knows if he's throwing actual shade or if he's just being goofy, you know, like
he knows he'll get a reaction.
Exactly.
From
he
the
knows
crowd.
he's gonna get a reaction.
Yeah.
People. I feel like there's those people out there that don't like AEW, so they're going to find the problem in everything. Everything, any little thing. Those people that were upset with the brawl last night, how Cody Rhodes broke that window. I'm like, are you kidding me? That was like one of the most amazing brawls I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
So badass. So for people will always find something to complain about when they don't like something. You know what I mean?
And I think it's that way too for fans of like there's a lot of people who are taking it to heart and being like, oh, I'm only a hardcore WWE fan, and oh, I'm only a hardcore fan of AEW.
For sure.
And they're like clashing constantly and finding things to hate about, you know, one or the other.
I don't understand why people have to fight about everything, you know? That's one of the reasons why I've been staying away from Twitter a little bit, because every time I get on Twitter, I have to see tweets from people that I don't even follow.
And I get so mad.
Talking so much crap about either WWE or AEW mostly.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple, you know, Impact, blah, 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 but it's mostly WWE and AEW. And it's so annoying. Like, why do you guys have to argue about everything? Just yesterday, I saw a tweet about people asking if we think it's okay that WWE doesn't want fans to wear AEW shirts.
Yeah.
And here's my answer: who cares? I guarantee you, like, we go to MLW, we go, you know, to AEW, and we wear WWE shirts. They don't care.
They don't care.
We're wearing a wrestling shirt. So if I go to AEW with a WWE shirt, or if I go to WWE with an AEW shirt, what does it matter? I'm wearing a wrestling shirt. I'm supporting a wrestler. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, what am me standing in the crowd wearing an AEW shirt and a WWE shirt? I keep repeating that. What's going to happen? You know, are people going to look at me and be like, oh, you know what? Look at that girl with the AEW shirt. I'd rather watch that or blah, 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 blah. It's not that big of a deal, you know? Yeah. Why can't we wear whatever we want? But I get it at the same time. I don't go to WWE and wear an AEW shirt or something. I wear something that's going to support a wrestler there. Yeah. And the same thing with AEW. I wear something that's going to support a wrestler there. So I get it. But I also don't think people should be like getting kicked out, or, you know what, you got to take that off and buy something else, or da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. I think it's BS.
And I do get it. Yeah. Me personally, I do feel weird when I go to like a Raw, and even like if I'm wearing a SmackDown person's like shirt, I'm just like, oh, I feel weird because it's like Raw and SmackDown, but like it's a wrestling shirt at the end of the day. The companies should not care. Which I think also, like, I see like Macho Man shirts all the time in the AEW crowd, and I'm just like, that's WWE. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, they were let in, people didn't care. It's you're there to watch wrestling. At the end of the day, that person paid for their ticket. So
exactly, that's another thing. Yeah. That's another thing. To me, it's just, what's a shirt gonna do? Yeah, you know,
you paid for the shirt and you paid for the ticket. Like,
yes, by you kicking them out or telling them they have to change, you're putting more attention to it than you actually think. Exactly,
they're just letting them in.
Exactly. Yeah. So I really
something interesting that happened to me this week was one of my coworkers asked me about AEW because they saw a commercial and Chris Jericho was there. And they're like, oh, there's this new wrestling company and Chris Jericho's in it. Well, what can you tell me about it? And I love that she came to me and was like, what's going on? So I told her, I was like, okay, yeah, there's a new company called AEW and Chris Jericho is the champion right now. And she's like, oh, I know Chris Jericho, Y2J. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, and Cody Rhodes is in there. She's like, oh my God, you know, that's the American dreams, you know. And I was like, yeah. Like, they're all in, that's all, you know, in the same family. And I was like, they're kind of like COOs and CEOs of the company. And she was like, oh, that's really, really cool that Chris Jericho's a champion. And that what that brings up in the conversation is the fact that people were so mad that Chris Jericho was like the first champ. And I'm just like, no, well, Chris Jericho was kind of needed. It needed to be Cody. It needed to be someone who people already knew, because so we could draw attention.
Yeah.
Because if Hangman Page would have been champ, and I would have said Hangman Page to my friend, she would have been like, well, who's that? What are you talking about? But the fact that Chris Jericho is champ, that's bringing more people into AEW, and now people can learn about Hangman Page, and now they can learn about like other people, like Britt Baker, you know, everything that's happening in the company. And I think it's really cool that they're getting exposure. I told you that I was in AMC watching Zombieland, and one of the trailers was an AEW commercial, and I was like sitting in the crowd like, oh, this is so cool. They know I'm here. Like, oh my god, like wrestling just follows me everywhere. Like,
it's amazing.
Like, it's amazing. I was super excited, but then I was like, okay, where's the SmackDown commercial? Because it's on Fox. Like, I was like, you know, waiting for everybody to advertise wrestling. But I just thought it was really, really cool that happened to me this week.
I love AEW, and I'm so happy it's bringing all this attention to people that don't watch wrestling.
Yeah, and also I want to bring up the NXT versus the AEW, because I used to watch, when the Wednesday Night Wars started, I was like solely like, I'm gonna watch NXT and then watch AEW later. But the feel of NXT and AEW are very, very different.
Yes,
like the arenas, one is massive compared to the other. The crowd is just different. So I found myself leaning towards AEW first now, because I feel like that's a bigger show, because the crowd is bigger, because it's in a stadium, because there's pyro, you know. NXT to me is a much simpler show, even though it's a little bit more athletic, because yesterday when I was watching Lucha Brothers versus who's the other tag team? Yes, them, Private Party, I could see where they were like se acomodaban, and they would like get into place, and they took a little bit longer, and I'm just like, you're taking a little too long there, you need to like go so I don't notice these type of things. And in NXT it's just like quick, and they might have a little bit more they might have hiccups, but I don't think it's as much as AEW's hiccups. I
think you mentioning the Lucha Brothers versus Private Party match, what I noticed is that they were doing a bunch of different things. That they put a bunch of different moves together in that one match that we haven't really seen. I think, and that stood out a lot. It stood out a lot. It was a great match.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite matches,
really
especially for it to be.
I really enjoyed it. Yes. But I get what you're saying with the atmosphere is so different. I do stick solely to AEW. I don't change the channel.
I'm still back and forth,
because I'm so scared to miss something. So I just watch AEW and I record NXT.
Yeah. And
that's been working very well for me. I just try to stay off. I'm tweeting at the same time, but I'm trying not to look at what's happening.
It's so hard.
And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I just want to know who wins. Let me look. But isn't it kind of like
it was
stressful? Like, isn't it a little too much?
I feel like it is a lot.
It's a little
and
too
I
much.
really wish that like there's nothing on Tuesdays anymore. I wish that like NXT was on Tuesday and AEW would be on Wednesday, because now like I get home on Tuesdays and I'm just like, oh, SmackDown's not on.
Actually, because Impact is going to be on TV now, I'm like, crap. There's something more that I'm going to catch up on, because I don't watch NWA Power. Power. I don't watch NWA. You know what? I want to mention something that I'm very pissed off about, and I'm sure you are too.
Okay.
Is that we're not getting an Evolution this year.
Oh my god.
Like,
I was literally making a fake poster for it, because I was just like, where's our women?
I saw
what's happening.
Awesome poster, I guess, online last night, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I showed the surgeon, and he's like, is that real? I'm like, no, I wish. Like, it was just all the women champs on the cover, and I'm just like, on the poster, I mean, I'm like, that looks so cool. I wish we can have that.
And I don't know why we have the women on the roster who are incredible between SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. We have the developmental talent, because Scarlett Bordeaux just got signed, so I'm super excited. Who else just got signed? Shotzi. So we're super excited for them to, start being in NXT. But like, we have enough women to have an Evolution, and we didn't even have a women's match on Monday Night Raw. So you're telling me that there's no room in the pay-per-views for an all women's paper? Like, I don't understand. last time it sold out. So clearly it's profitable. But I think that they're just focused so much right now on Saudi Arabia, on like other pay-per-views, on like their big Hogan and Ric Flair. But that shouldn't be an excuse.
They don't care about the women.
Like, honestly.
They don't care about the women. There's no other
Becky
excuse.
brought them in so much money. And, oh my God. I can't.
That's just the truth. A lot of people hate the truth, but that's the truth. WWE doesn't care about the women. I know NXT is so separate. It's separate because obviously Triple H shows us that
every day,
that he cares about these women. He's giving them those opportunities that they deserve and that we want and that we need. I mean, what we want to see and what we need to see.
Yeah.
And WWE's not giving that to us because they don't care about them. That's just how it is. There's no other explanation. What other explanation can there be? What can they tell us that we're going to be like, oh, we understand? No, there's no other explanation más que they don't care about the women.
Yeah, and I saw somebody posted on Twitter that was like, oh, there was no women's matches on Monday Night Raw because the women were on vacation or something. So that means that has to mean that Friday we're only going to get women's matches for SmackDown because Saudi Arabia, the women can't go, you know? And a lot of people were just like, oh, haha, like, this is funny. And I'm just like, it shouldn't be a joke. Like, we should get at least an all-female SmackDown.
Right.
If anything. I mean, I feel like
we're not going to get that.
And a lot of men out there, I bet you that didn't even notice that there was no women's matches.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, and this is why I get upset with some male fans, and you guys know who you are, that are just like, oh, there was no women's matches. Well, this was only one episode. And I'm just like, okay, but this has been an evolution. You get me?
Those same men were so angry that we had one pay-per-view of just women.
Yes!
One pay-per-view out of how many pay-per-views?
Yeah.
They were so angry that, how come there's no men?
Yes. Equality, guys. Equality. If literally one match, is that too much to ask for?
No, not equality.
3 matches. Like, come on. Just like, don't be disrespectful.
Not equality. We deserve more. We're superior.
Respectful. Yeah. You're right.
You know superior, what? Okay?
I take all the men off the roster. I only want to see Naomi and Natalya.
Yes.
And Rhea Ripley. Like, that's
Heck yes. Heck yes.
Oh, one major thing also that I wanted to bring up was Renee Young that I didn't even notice at first.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I noticed that the first Monday Night Raw, the premiere Monday Night Raw. And Friday Night SmackDown. I noticed that Renee wasn't there.
I guess I was so mad that it was just Jerry Lawler on commentary first because what's his name? Vic? Is his name Vic?
Yeah.
The other guy? Yeah. I don't think he's too bad. And the other guy whose name I don't know, not recognizable.
They're not bad.
They're not terrible, but I also just didn't notice that Renee wasn't there because I guess it was like the season premiere and it had like AEW was gonna start and it was just a lot. But I'm like genuinely upset that she is not on commentary anymore because she stood out. She was definitely so great with Corey. They had amazing chemistry, and I get it. Now you only have Corey Graves on like SmackDown, but it was not necessary for me. Like, Jerry Lawler doesn't know what he's talking about, and that also brings me to Jim Ross on commentary in AEW, who does not know shit of what he's talking about. The other day he said Darby Allin was like, or did he say Sammy Guevara? I don't know. He said someone's age, and I'm like, that's not how old they are. And I was like, that is not how old they are. Like, honestly, he doesn't know anything about who's on the roster. The other day he called Jungle Boy by his name, like his actual name. And I'm
know what? Of course I noticed that was happening. I even mentioned it to Sergio. I didn't see anything wrong with that. I thought it sounded different. I was like, okay, because he was saying the whole thing. What's his name?
I don't know. I'm sorry, but he said the Jungle Boy, da da da, and like insert his actual name.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I forgot. My brain's up.
I'm sorry, Jungle Boy.
But yeah, I thought it was so cool. I don't know. I thought it was cool. Yeah. And then apparently Jungle Boy said that he's fine with it too.
Yeah, he said he was fine with it too. But it caught me off guard because I'm just thinking that he's just unprofessional to me.
I'd rather listen to Jim Ross than Jerry Lawler. At least Jim Ross is a little bit more respectful. It's just that he's too old now.
He's too old.
He doesn't care about what he's talking about. But I'd rather listen to him than Jerry Lawler because Jerry Lawler is trash. We're just gonna leave it there.
They're both just not in their prime anymore, and I think they need to give space. I know that they're there to provide that name. like
Jerry
that.
Lawler is not even. It's not even just about. He's not in his prime. You know, it's not just about he's so old. He's trash.
Yeah.
All he ever was
yes
trash.
Am I surprised WWE's kept him around? No.
WWE absolutely not. They still have Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I mean, they still bring out the Undertaker.
Donald Trump is still in the Hall of Fame.
Donald Trump is still in the Hall of Fame. So am I surprised that a company like that is not giving us any women's matches? No, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. But AEW has also had a lot of not a lot of heat, but their women's matches too. People are upset that they don't have more women's matches.
Yeah.
And they said that they were going to be different than WWE. Like, people are always bringing it up.
I think we need at least one more women's match in those shows.
Yeah, can you give us at least 2 matches? NXT has two women's matches at least every night. Yeah. And if they're not one-on-ones, they're always like including more than one woman. So I'm super impressed with how they're doing their stuff there. And also they have Kathy Kelly on the side reporting, and then people backstage letting you know what's happening. So it's just like little things that can be tweaked out. But I feel like wrestling from that. Yeah.
Because I also thought last night, I thought it was appropriate to have the women main event because Britt Baker was in her hometown, Pittsburgh, you know?
Yeah.
So I thought she was in the main event.
And they didn't.
And they didn't. No, they didn't. So I thought that would have been appropriate.
It would have been appropriate. And you could have easily moved John Moxley and Pac to the one before that, because it was going to be a draw either way.
Exactly.
So if there was not going to be any,
it was a great match, but it ended with a draw. So why couldn't we have
a women's match and then boom, explosions at the end,
main event? You know, like that would have been super cool. But no, yeah, I agree. AEW needs to. I would appreciate at least one more women's match, because we're just getting one women's match out of 4 or 5 men's matches. You know, so
we get it. It's 2 hours, but like.
There's literally like 4
there's so much space.
5 more matches.
Literally so much space.
That. So, yeah. But,
and I get it. And I know they have like a limited roster, so we are going to see the same kind of matches every week. But like, you have women on the roster. Like, come on.
I don't know.
That's it. That's
the thing is that's what we're here for. We're here to fight for our girls.
Yes,
ladies. Girl wrestlers out there. We love you. All of you. I mean, we have some that we can't stand, but you know what? We're not gonna name you.
Ronda Rousey. Well.
Okay. We'll name them.
Go ahead, Rose.
No.
Yeah, I'm just a little petty like that. But she knows when she meets me one day.
I mean, I'm sure Ronda Rousey knows that mostly everyone doesn't like her. It's okay.
That's all I gotta say. So, thank you for watching this week's episode of Wrestfriends. I'm Edie.
And I'm Teddy.
And we will see you guys on the next episode of Wrestfriends. Bye, guys.
Wrestfriends, do you like put any filters on us or anything?
Oh, always.
Yeah?
No, not on these.
No, these.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, because we'll be looking cute.
Yeah, you should.
The week that Edie goes to Mexico, me and you are gonna do a video together. Okay?
Yeah, I'll leave my equipment here with you so you can record it.
Be like, hi, my name is Teddy. You gotta say my name is Sergio.
Sergio.
Babe. Hi, my name is Teddy. Hey, Wrestfriends. Welcome to another episode of Wrestfriends. Babe, you gotta say Wrestfriends. And then, my name is Teddy.
Hi, Teddy.
I'm sorry, start again.
Okay.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure you're good. I'm waiting for you to be good. Okay.
Oh man. Okay. I'm wearing my bro shirt.
Oh yeah.
Cannot let him down. Okay.